Today, we delve into the legal saga involving Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. This is a tale that intertwines fame, music, and a tragic incident that sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. Keep watching until the end of the video to see Kylie Jenner react to Tory Lanez being sentenced to jail. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's take a step back to the summer of 2020. It was a time that should have been filled with music, joy, and celebration. However, for Megan Thee Stallion, it turned into a period of fear and pain. The incident occurred after a party at Kylie Jenner's Hollywood Hills home. Megan and Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, found themselves in an SUV together. As the night progressed, tensions escalated, culminating in a horrifying incident. Megan was shot in the feet, an act she testified was committed by Lanez. This shocking event marked the beginning of a long, painful journey for Megan. She has publicly stated that she hasn't experienced a single day of peace since that night. This incident not only shook Megan's world, but also sent ripples through the entire music industry, marking a dark chapter in hip-hop history. The trial that followed was a spectacle that gripped the nation, drawing attention from every corner of the music industry and beyond. Megan Thee Stallion, bravely stepping into the witness stand, recounted the harrowing details of the night with a courage that left the courtroom in awe. She testified that Lanez fired the gun at the back of her feet, cruelly shouting for her to dance as she attempted to walk away from the SUV. The courtroom was filled with a palpable tension as Megan's words echoed through the silence, each sentence landing like a gavel strike. This was not just a trial for Lanez, but a moment of reckoning for the music industry and its treatment of women. It was a wake-up call that reverberated through the halls of entertainment, demanding attention and action. The trial also shed light on the events that transpired after the pair had left a party at Kylie Jenner's Hollywood Hills home. The details of the case as they unfolded painted a chilling picture of a night that started with celebration and ended in violence and fear. The trial served as a stark reminder of the potential for darkness that can lurk behind the glitz and glamour of the music world, forever changing the lives of those involved and leaving an indelible mark on the industry. The sentencing hearing, initially expected to be a brief affair, evolved into a marathon 2-day session. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation and anxiety as the judge allowed 7 witnesses to take the stand. These included Lanez's father and the mother of his 6-year-old son. They spoke not just of the incident, but of Lanez's life, painting a complex picture of the man behind the headlines. They touched on Lanez's charitable giving, his experiences of childhood trauma, and his role as a parent. Each testimony added another layer to the narrative, providing a broader context to the incident. The hearing was not just about determining a sentence, but also about understanding the man, the circumstances, and the series of events that led to that fateful summer night. The final decision on Lanez's sentence was left hanging in the balance to be decided on the following day. During the hearing, the prosecution and defense presented starkly contrasting arguments. The prosecution sought a 13-year sentence for Lanez, who was convicted of 3 felonies: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, possession of a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. They painted a picture of a man who had recklessly endangered another's life. On the other hand, Lanez's defense team argued for leniency. They proposed probation and release from jail for Lanez to enter a residential substance abuse program. They portrayed Lanez as a man who had made a grave mistake, but was committed to making amends. They also announced plans to appeal his conviction. The contrasting arguments highlighted the complexities of the case, leaving the final decision in the hands of the judge. In the courtroom, the prosecution and defense presented their cases with fervor. The prosecution, unwavering in their pursuit of justice, asked the judge to hand down a 13-year sentence to Lanez. He was convicted of 3 felonies: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. They painted a picture of a man who had acted recklessly, causing harm and distress. Conversely, Lanez's defense team pleaded for mercy. They suggested probation and release from jail for Lanez to enter a residential substance abuse program. They portrayed Lanez as a man who, despite his mistakes, was committed to change and rehabilitation. They also signaled their intention to appeal his conviction. The starkly contrasting arguments underscored the complexities of the case, leaving the final decision on Lanez's fate hanging in the balance. As the sentencing hearing concluded, the courtroom was left in a state of anticipation, a palpable tension filling the air. Several issues remained to be debated and decided before sentencing, which meant that Lanez was unlikely to learn his fate until the following day. The case, which had gripped the nation, had now reached a critical juncture, leaving everyone from fans to industry insiders on tenterhooks. The profound impact of this case on the music industry and its fans cannot be overstated. It has brought to the fore the stark reality of the real-life consequences of moments of anger and violence, serving as a chilling reminder that even the world of music, often seen as a refuge, is not immune to such incidents. The reverberations of the gunshot that injured Megan Thee Stallion have been felt far and wide, shaking the industry to its core. The incident and the subsequent trial have also sparked important conversations about the treatment of women in the music industry. It has highlighted the urgent need for change, for a shift in attitudes and behaviors, and for a commitment to ensuring safety and respect for all. The voices calling for this change have grown louder in the wake of the trial, adding a layer of social commentary to the legal proceedings. As the world awaits the final decision on Lanez's sentence, the hope for justice and healing for all parties involved remains strong. There is a collective yearning for a resolution that will bring some measure of peace to those directly affected, and perhaps even pave the way for positive change in the industry. This story, far from over, continues to unfold. Each new development adds another chapter to a narrative that has already left a lasting imprint on the landscape of the music industry. The echoes of this case will be heard for years to come, serving as a reminder of a moment in time when music, law, and societal issues collided in a most dramatic fashion. In a move that surprised many, Kylie Jenner chose to respond to the sentencing of Tory Lanez, not with words, but with music. In a subtle yet powerful statement, Jenner posted a social media update featuring a song by Tory Lanez, now known as Tory Lopez, as the background music. This action, seemingly simple, spoke volumes. Choosing to use Lopez's music in her post can be interpreted in many ways. Some might see it as a sign of support for Lopez, while others might view it as a commentary on the complexity of the situation. Regardless of interpretation, Jenner's decision to use Lopez's music in the wake of his sentencing shows her unique way of acknowledging the situation. This reaction, subtle yet significant, adds another layer to the narrative, showing how the incident and its aftermath continue to resonate in the music and entertainment industry. As we draw this narrative to a close, it's clear that the incident involving Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion has had far-reaching implications, not just for the individuals directly involved, but for the music industry as a whole. The legal proceedings have been a journey of revelation, pain, and anticipation of justice. Kylie Jenner's unique response, using Tory Lanez's music in her social media post, further underscores the complexity and far-reaching impact of this case. To keep up to date on the latest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts below. Do you think Kylie should have used Tory's music?